Hi, this is Pastor Mike, and this is Perkstream for March 15, 2023. Do you ever feel like your prayer is baby talk? Hey, thanks for stopping by today as we take another step in our journey to the cross and we talk about prayer a little bit. I'm aware that sometimes my prayers are a little heavy on the theology, that they sound good because I've used terms that I've learned over my life that are, they're the theologically correct words, right? I think you may know what I'm talking about. I'm saying things that are true, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're coming from my heart. They're coming maybe more from my intellect. But there are those other times when I'm praying and the words get more simple and the words are not quite as heavy laden, and yet they seem more true. Um, in fact, sometimes they feel a little bit like a Scrabble board where I've taken Scrabble pieces and just poured them out, and they're laying there in no particular arrangement. And then I just say, okay, God, make sense of this. It feels a little bit like baby talk. Well, maybe you would say, hey, well, they're both prayer, Mike. Don't worry about it. I understand. But I think sometimes I wish that I would pray more out of the heart than the intellect. And I need to get out of my way sometimes. I think I don't think it's that God hears one prayer more than the other, but I do think that God clues into our heart and it's really what he's looking for. And if I can pray the theological words with heart, that's great. I'm thinking about Jesus in this vein when Jesus was in Gethsemane. I don't know if you know this, but Gethsemane means the place of crushing. And Jesus was certainly crushed and pressed in Gethsemane. And as he's there, he's wondering if there's any other way to stop the nightmare. And he starts talking to God as Abba. In the Greek, it says Pater, but in the Aramaic, Jesus would have spoken, he would have been saying Daddy, Father, the familiar name for God, the name that he invites us to use when he says, pray this way, our Father who is in heaven. Pray to God because he's your daddy. We place a great deal of emphasis on prayer. And we're particularly doing this now because in our church, we know that we need all the prayer that we can get. We need that relationship to God. And at times we just need to speak simply and speak heartfelt to God and say, this is what we need from you. And sometimes it's hard to pray. It's hard to pray a composed, honest prayer because a composed prayer suggests we've thought it out ahead of time when what we really need to do is just spill it out like a bunch of Scrabble pieces and let it flow. Or we need to kind of almost be unintelligible like a baby. If Jesus teaches us anything, it's don't worry about it if you think, I don't know how to pray. Really, the people who don't know how to pray are probably more honest in their prayers than those of us who think we know how to pray. So I want to encourage us. I'm challenged here to keep it simple and keep it real. Because when I look at Jesus in the garden, that's what it was. It was simple and it was real. And that's really the essence of prayer. Don't have to worry about the theological words. If you're getting around me and you're worried about how to pray, don't worry. Number one, you're not praying to me. And number two, the one who matters most is looking for simple, direct, and honest. Our words don't have to be flashy. They don't have to be deep. They don't have to be rich in theology. They just need to be who you are. They can be that way whether things are joyful and good. But I think we all know that the prayers that come when we're feeling a little bit crushed or maybe even a lot pressed, those are heartfelt prayers. And at that time, words don't even matter. Jesus was feeling the weight. He was feeling the press and the crush of what he was about to endure on the cross when he was in the crushing place at Gethsemane. So his prayer was real, it was simple, it was honest. And so may you have the freedom to pray real and simple and honest prayers in your day today, whether it is out of joy or whether it's out of depression or whether it's out of crushing, because it's those real, simple, honest prayers that God hears and God responds to. God bless you. Have a great day.